It marks day 12 in the Delphi double murders trial. It follows a controversial day of testimony. Jurors heard about Allen's alleged descriptions of the killings from the psychologist who treated him in prison.
As you know, Allen is accused of killing Abby Williams and Libby German near the Monon High Bridge back in 2017. Fox 59's Kit Hanley has more now on psychologist Dr. Monica Walla's testimony and why the defense then ripped into her on the stand. Kit?
Yeah, Angela, Daniel, good morning. Yesterday was a lot. Jurors heard testimony of the time Richard Allen reportedly admitted his guilt from behind prison walls. Now, his exact quotes to his psychologist, Dr. Walla, were, "I didn't do everything I said I did, but I did kill Abby and Libby." He goes on to say, "I just want to sign my confessions. I need to let my wife go." Now, these alleged confessions came a few months into his time in solitary confinement at the Westville Correctional Facility, a maximum security state prison. After 5 months inside the prison, Allen told Dr. Walla that he found God and wanted to confess to the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German. Dr. Walla testified that Allen told her in specific chronological detail that he drank 3 beers that day and that he was a recovering alcoholic. Now, these next details are all according to the doctor, and we do want to warn you that they're extremely disturbing and graphic in nature. He told her that he followed the girls on the bridge and, quote, messed with his gun, and that's when he thinks the infamous bullet fell out. He then ordered the girls down the hill and was planning on raping them, but he saw a van approaching and that scared him. He then forced the girls across Deer Creek, slit their throats, made sure they were dead and that they wouldn't suffer, and then he covered them with branches and walked back to his car. Allen told the psychologist he had remorse and wishes he could change what happened. He also said he wanted to apologize to the victims' families as well as his own. Then during cross-examination, things get pretty contentious. The defense tore into Dr. Walla on the stand, questioning her credentials and interest in the case and true crime in general. Walla told the court she followed the case through podcasts and social media and that she even contributed to online platforms. She testified that she sometimes shared the information she learned online with Allen himself. In the afternoon session, she told the jury she diagnosed him with serious mental illness and that those struggles began in April of 2023. Now, that's about the same time that Allen began meeting with his attorneys about this case that was being built against him. She speculated that his unraveling in these alleged confessions could be due to those meetings and a new idea of what he could face in the future. Now, Walla no longer works at Westville, and we also learned that she never disclosed her interest in the Delphi case to her employer there. Now, as for today, the jury is expected to hear recordings of prison phone calls between Allen and his wife and mom as court gets underway at 9 a.m. For now, reporting in the studio, Kit Hanley, Fox 59 News.
All right, Kit.